Hey guys, it's Greta here, mindset and business coach, and I'm just checking is the light okay, but it seems like it's okay. I changed my filming position because in the other room, like on the other side, there's a lot of building work, so you can't hear anything. Okay, so today's topic is how to be happy, and I have a couple of notes here so I don't miss anything, okay? And we'll start. And if you want to add anything, what makes you happy, or if you have any tips towards that, please put it in the comments in the chat. I'll read all your comments and all your questions and so on. Okay. Hey, Emma. Hey, nice to see you. Well, nice to read you. Nice to read you. Okay. So, how to be happy? The first point that I would like to say is it's your own responsibility to be happy. No one else is responsible for your happiness. It's your responsibility. So, the way I remember a while back, maybe 10 years ago, like my mom would say, or even I would do it, like I would wake up in the morning with my sister, and one of us would wake up grumpy, another one would be happy, and my mom would always be like saying things like, you need to, like, if you're grumpy, go and make yourself happy, or people, like, you would start to eat breakfast and someone is just grumpy at the table, and because that person is grumpy at the table, they kind of victimize themselves, and you cannot be happy around them because you kind of feel guilty to be happy. And it just kind of puts everyone in a bad mood. That person is in a bad mood, and everyone else gets, it's like a virus, everyone else get into a bad mood as well. Someone just walked past. That's so funny. So it is your responsibility to be happy, and you need to condition your mind yourself. All right. So let's start on with the morning, for example, right? So what are the best things to do in the morning to condition your mind to be happy? So first thing is to take responsibility for your own happiness. Second thing is to do things, right? To take action. So the first thing, what I would recommend, actually, guys, since it's live, let me actually leave these tips a little bit for later, and we'll go a bit of a different way because I realize I'm not following my own strategy. Okay, so I'm gonna before I tell you these tips, let me tell you something else. It is harder to be positive than to be negative. Okay, why is it harder? Yes, I just started a live, Patricia. Why is it harder to be positive than to be negative? Because first, it's our responsibility. Second, we need to work on it. We need to practice it. We need to sustain it, and we need to protect it, right? Because naturally, for people, it's easier. People naturally are more linked to negativity. So to actually live a positive life, you need to intentionally work on being positive. So it's actually much harder in life to be positive than to be negative. Why are we naturally linked to negativity? We naturally linked to negativity because of our instincts, right? Because of our, the way we were born to protect ourselves. So why? Because, in long time ago when we were born, we had to watch out for the tiger, or we were born with protective instincts, right? So naturally we were like watching out, right? So naturally we are linked more to negativity in order to protect ourselves. Because if you're too positive, and the tiger jumps on you, it's we need to have our instincts. So because we are naturally more linked to negativity, we need to practice and take responsibility for being positive to live our happy lives. Otherwise, we'll just get more negative. This is why media, TV, newspapers, everywhere, we put negativity on, like everywhere, because people are more linked to read the negativity first, not the positivity. Like, even if I look at Lithuanian, let's say, newspapers. I can't even open it. It's just negativity. Someone's always killing somebody. There is like maniacs. It's like you just think like, oh my God, Lithuania is just everyone's killing each other all the time, right? Because this is what people will read straight away. So we are more linked to negativity. So if we are more linked to negativity, we need to be aware of that and take appropriate actions to be more positive, right? And if we continue the negative way, this is what happens, right? So we are more linked to negativity. We are influenced by the society to be more negativity, by parents or grandparents, because they were using their survival instinct more, like we went through wars, all of that. So they are more negative. Usually we are more negative than we are. So as children, we were more conditioned to be negative because from our parents or grandparents, because we need to use their survival instincts more, right? So we naturally continue to be more negative. But then we have the songs, we have TV. So if we continue this way, then we get into a relationship, right? We automatically, because we are more conditioned negative, we automatically start to assume negative thoughts. We automatically get more insecure, right? What happens when you get insecure and when you think negative, you react, you go crazy. And everything, all of this are basically just consequences of the negative thinking. Did you know that people who are in psychiatric hospitals, right? Majority of them are in psychiatric hospitals because they drove themselves insane. They literally drove themselves insane by thinking negative. And when you think negative, you get hooked on more negativity. You think more negative, then you get depressed, and then you can literally drive yourself crazy, right? So this is why it's so important to be aware of it and take appropriate steps to be positive, to live your ultimate happy life, right? And once you wire yourself to be positive, then you need to practice it every single day and protect your positivity. Okay, so what are the things that we need to do to be positive, to create positivity around us and protect it? So the first thing is focus on positivity, right? If you want to be happy, you need to focus on what makes you happy, right? Like if you want to be happy but you focus on what makes you sad, you're not going to be happy. You will get upset, right? And then you'll keep getting upset and it's just not going to work, right? So you need to focus on positivity. The second thing is you must control your thoughts, right? It's so important to control your thoughts. And I remember when I started positivity, this is what I did. When I would go outside and I would start think about something negative, let's say an insecurity comes out, or, like if I have nothing and I'm like facing a fear or thinking of a thought or like, something just negative or insecure. What I would do first, I would be like aware of that. I would be like, oh my God, this thought is making me insecure. It seems like it's a negative, bad thought. Or if I'm complaining or I'm thinking about gossip or just, like really not important things in life that give you drama, I would straight away get aware of that, would realize that it's unhealthy and replace that thought with 100 of positive ones. So for one negative thought, if you want to replace one negative thought, you literally need to replace it with 100 of positive ones. So for example, if you're feeling insecure about your body, right? For example, if I am feeling, I don't know, overweight or something, right? Instead of thinking like, oh my God, I'm overweight, this and that, this I need to work and this and that, you basically need to replace it with 100 of positive ones. So you don't need to say that I'm skinny and lie to yourself, but you can think about it from the positive angle, like I'm bootylicious, I can shake it, like think of all these, of literally 100 of positive things that will make you feel good, and replace that one negative thought. It is really hard, guys, to replace a negative thought. It literally takes 100 of positive ones. If you're just going to think of one negative thought and think of 5 positive ones, very likely you're not going to get there. You literally need to keep saying those positive thoughts to replace one negative one. The other thing, what helps is gratitude. Gratitude is gold. Gratitude is really gold. Then I didn't had anything, right? When I was, the room I was living in, when all my neighbors were totally crazy. I didn't have money. I was building my business. I was, as I said, alone as a finger. Gratitude saved me. I always say that gratitude saved me, and it kept me happy and it kept me positive. So what I was grateful for, I was grateful for the roof over my head. Literally in the morning, I would wake up, I would say like, I am so blessed and happy. I am grateful for the roof over my head. I am grateful that I live in London, even though, things are not going well. This is the city, this is the town of all opportunities. I am grateful that I'm healthy. I am grateful that my parents are alive. I am grateful that I have food to eat. I am grateful that, I have arms, I have legs. And I'm grateful that I can breathe air. Like I was grateful for all these things, and I would say it out loud for about 15 minutes a day. And because I practice this gratitude, even though it sounds silly, and I know, guys, for me, 7 years ago, what I'm telling you now would sound like cuckoo bananas, the most craziest thing in the world to do. I would be like, oh my God, this stuff doesn't work. This is ridiculous. But I'm telling you guys, once you will practice this stuff daily, you will see a massive difference in your life. So don't criticize things before you actually practice them and before you try them. Like I've been there, and that was just so dumb of me. So when I would say what I'm grateful for, I noticed that literally the same day, me just practicing this gratitude, the same day I was being happy. When I was going outside, just going for a stroll or just going to a shop, I had a smile on my face. And I remember at that time, actually, my sister was dying from cancer. And I was practicing gratitude while my sister was dying from cancer. Obviously, I was crying and, this and that and all of that and going crazy, but I was still practicing gratitude. I was still trying to be positive. And I remember my friend called me and she said, Greta, how are you? And I said, I'm good, and I actually had a smile on my face. And my friend literally got like really, I would say like nearly like pissed off or annoyed with me. Like, Greta, how can you have a smile on your face? Your sister is dying from cancer. And after that, I was thinking about it, and I realized that it's because I was practicing gratitude all the time, and, me crying while my sister is going through tough stuff, it's not going to help my sister. But if I'm keeping the positive energy around me, I can say, like, I'm happy, I'm strong, I'm positive. I am sending this positive and happy energy to my sister so it can help her. But if I'm carrying negative energy around me and I'm, like, oh my God, my sister is like, I'm going to send her this negative energy, like, I'm sorry that you're like, going through so much, and I just keep sending her negative energy, she'll start victimizing herself, and she's not gonna fight against the cancer that much. So when I would go to the gym, actually, this is what I would do as well. I would make sure to go to the gym. I would make sure to go on that treadmill or on that bike and push myself. And then I would push myself through all the limits, thinking like, I'm doing this for myself, all this good energy. I am so strong. And in my mind, I would be sending all this good energy for my sister. That's what kept me going, and that's what kept me in the positive mindset. It's really good. And I know that this is what my sister would have wanted me to do anyway. Because she did not even cry once. Ladies, she did not even cry once when she got cancer. Not even once. She did not let anyone victimize themselves around her. She was just please positive thinking, because this positivity will help me to be strong, and it will help me fight and survive. Okay. Self-affirmations, obviously, the next thing. Making yourself happy. Oh my God, my leg is getting numb. Making yourself happy, self-affirmations. So give yourself compliments. I give myself compliment insanely. A little bit less now, but a year ago, I was literally complimenting myself like insanely. Every mirror, everywhere I go, obviously not out loud because people will start to think I'm crazy, but really lots of compliments to my friends as well, to my close ones, I shower people with compliments because it makes them happy. It makes me happy because I'm giving and I'm making others happy. And I feel good when I give it to myself. You don't need to compliment me because when I give it to myself, I feel like, I'm my own best friend giving me compliments. So it puts me in a positive state of mind. It makes me happy. It makes me feel good. It makes me confident. Okay. So compliment yourself. Like, no matter how you feel, I could be without, like you wake up, hair messed up, no makeup, all of that, pajamas, giving yourself compliments like you're the best thing on earth, right? Like, go extreme, ladies. It really helps. Now the other one, exercise. I noticed that a lot of people really avoid this, okay? Exercise, but I don't mean just like a little walk or like little bit of dancing. I actually mean going and like really having a good exercise. Like, okay, you don't need to do what athletes do, but at least going to a fitness class where we actually make you work out, where you sweat, where you really burn things out. Exercise is, I would say, exercise is number one thing for mental health. Okay, because let's say my parents, right? My parents didn't know much about gratitude. They didn't know much about meditation. They didn't know much about yoga or positivity. They didn't know much about what else? Like believing, like all of these things. But we always, because we were athletes, they were doing exercise. We were exercising a couple times a day and we were in a routine for it. Because of that exercise, through sweat, you literally release all your toxins. Your body releases toxins and all the negative stuff, from your body through sweat. And after exercise, even if you're really tired, you feel more relaxed and endorphins take over as well. Endorphins is a happy hormone. So after an exercise, to be sad and upset, it's nearly impossible. If you're still sad and upset after an exercise, it means you didn't work that hard in the gym. You need to go back and run harder on the treadmill. For me, when I have a migraine and I go to the gym and I'm thinking like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore. I have such a bad day. My migraine is killing me. This is when I know I need to go to the gym. Then I go to the gym, then I have a migraine and my personal trainer really makes me work hard. By the end of that session, the migraine is gone. And usually I come back from the gym and I still do a live or talk to more clients because now the endorphins took over and it gave me that extra boost, extra energy. So proper exercise is the key, is the goal. And a lot of people they put it on a side. They really don't do it. And if you're just meditating and talking positively, but you're actually not giving your body what it needs, which is healthy foods and exercise, it's not good enough. It's just not. If you're eating junk food and you don't even go for a walk, you don't even get the fresh air, and you're just practicing meditation and affirmations, that's not good enough. It's just not good enough. It's not gonna do the work. The other thing, what I would say, is believing that it will happen. Like writing down, having a vision board, writing down your wishes, writing down your dreams, asking God or universe or anyone, anything that you believe in. Believing is the core. if you don't believe that you will achieve things in life, that you can be whoever you want to be, if you're not going to ask God or universe or whichever, you're just not going to go for your dreams. You're going to live a very flat life. It's just not going to be exciting because you'll just feel like, oh, it's not going to happen anyway. So believing and following the rules of it could be a holy book, it could be the laws of universe. It's really important. And it's again like, oh my God, girls, I've changed so much. It's insane. I used to consider myself a non-religious, like non-believer, right? And 7 years ago or so, because it's a very popular thing actually in London, I'm non-religious, right? And I got influenced by that, and I was considering myself like that as well. And what I noticed, like when you don't believe in things, you don't push yourself forward. You're just like, oh, it's not gonna happen, I'm not gonna get it. I had all these limiting mindsets that, money don't grow on trees, you need to work hard. People who got very got lucky and so on, you will never make it in London, the competition is too big, it's too tough. And but when I started believing in law of attraction, in God, in many things, this is when I kept going. This is what was giving me the positive mindset. And this is when I started achieving my stuff. Actually, the idea for my business came, I was asking God, I was like, God, like, give me an idea. I really want to do something else with my life. I want to be a nanny, like, what can I do? And at that time, my friend had a nanny, started a nanny business, and I saw how happy she is. And I was actually talking to God, and saying, please, I'm so happy. Her name was Alexandra. I said, like, I'm so happy for Alexandra with what she's doing. Like, this is amazing. I'm so happy. I wish I could have something like her that would make me so happy and so satisfied in life, And this is how the idea came, right? So, yeah. Um, this one is good. Okay. And I practiced it myself a lot. And I know my parents noticed it. They said, like, Greta, it changed. And this is what I do. So, walking straight. Okay. When you come out, when you go outside, or you're like at home, or when you wake up, walk straight, head high, and smile. Like, really smile, guys. When you stand straight, when you look, don't look into hell. That's a good example. Don't look into hell, look into heaven, right? There is no point to look down there. Look up there. When you're walking outside, when you just woke up, look into heaven. That's where the happiness is, right? And smile. If you're in a bad mood and you force yourself to smile, your mind will shift. It will really shift. Just try it, girls. Like, force yourself to smile. Like, like, really force yourself. After that, it's impossible to be unhappy. It really works. So when you go outside, when you wake up, stand up, be straight shoulders back, head high, smile, and try and keep this posture through the day. Seriously, it works like magic. Like, for the ladies, there's that good saying, like, walk like you're carrying a crown. Walk like you're carrying a crown and smile. You don't need to smile at everyone, but once you do that, at least your your facial expression will change. It will be like more light-hearted. People will approach you easier. Yeah, and protect it. As I said, positivity. You need to wire yourself to be positive, and then you need to sustain it and protect it. If you look at, again, outside influence, might be your family or your friends or anyone. A lot of people come with negativity. A lot of people share negativity straight away. right? So once you're in your positive bubble, protect it. It's really important who you surround yourself with. What music are you listening? What are you reading? What are you paying attention to? Protect your positivity. If you're trying to be positive but everyone's around you is super negative, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, and it's just not gonna work long term. You'll shift back into negativity. When I was a while back, I had friends who were quite negative, and I think I'm naturally a bit more linked towards positivity, or maybe I'm not linked. Maybe it's just because my parents been more kind of happy or more positive. Because I think it's because through sports and stuff, we were like that. But I had friends who were very negative, and I was like 7 years ago, I was very protective of my friends. Um, However, when I started believing, and when I started, using law of attraction, when I started going for my business, I started to really practice positivity, and when I started to really practice to control my thoughts, not to gossip, to change my thought, my negative thought into positive one. This is when I started really paying more attention to the people I'm surrounding myself with. And this is when I realized that it's clashing too much, and it's time to let these people go. And it was very hard. It was very hard. And even now, like, I'm sending them lots of blessings, but it's just something that you have to do. And my friends, ladies, we were not like friends, a year long friends. We were like 20 years of friendship, lots of memories, lots of everything. I had to let them go because I saw that we are not going on the same path. And when you let these people go, this is when you actually create space for the other ones to come in. If you don't have space for friends, because you're too busy with the ones that you have right now, you need to create some space. Only when you create some space, this is when you can let someone new in. So, yeah. So, ladies, what do you think about my tips? Would you like to add anything? Add anything? I am so annoyed with YouTube. It's not letting me stream this channel. It's High Value Mindset. It doesn't let me stream from my phone. So yeah, I kind of have to use the laptop, and I know the quality is not as good with the laptop, but yeah, hopefully YouTube will fix it soon. Yeah, okay guys, so I'm gonna let you go. If you liked this video, please press like. Let me know in the comments below what do you think. Get myself ultimate self-love package. How do you work on body language? Oh, hun, this is not the topic for today. This is not the topic of today. I love your top. I love Beatles and Roxette. And you remind me of the song The Queen of Rain. I love that song. And I was very upset when Mary died 4 weeks ago. You're the queen, our life coaches. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, ladies, I'm gonna go then. Ultimate self-love package. Get it. You know what? I'll put it down with 70% off for you ladies. So if you'll watch this video, you're the lucky one, because I'll put the ultimate self-love in here after this video in about 5 to 10 minutes with 70% off. Okay. Yeah, just for you girls. And in the ultimate self-love, again, we talk about positivity, discipline, how to live your ultimate happy life, law of attraction, and many, many other things. So have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching, and kisses from London.